One thing that Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, Teofimo Lopez, and great fighters like Usyk all have in common, they all are a brand. See, they built a personal brand that now we know them as supreme athletes. Michael Jordan, I'm talking about even Scottie Pippen. But there's something that we're going to discuss about brand that makes it really intriguing to people. And one of the questions I like to ask anybody, and as recently as today, is who are you?
Who are you?
And it doesn't really matter who you are, because the only thing that actually matters is your brand.
That's it.
And I don't want you to take it personally. I still don't really care if you do, because the bottom line is that you're going to have a takeaway about what exactly is a brand. And then I'm going to explain. I guess a lot of people just hear the word, they just don't understand how many different levels and layers of brand it is. And so we're going to share with you 4 of the most relevant ones and the most common ones, so that you can then start understanding when you see people, even businesses, what they are and what they've accomplished that made it clear to you what they are. So that's the most powerful thing. So
yeah. So, and lots of times people equate brand with logo, and that's where a lot of people get off the rails a little bit. That is only like a minuscule part of a brand. So we're going to dive in a little bit deeper today and talk to you about brand and how it really impacts our game, what we talk about every single day. And it's your leverage, it's your opportunity. So you ready to jump in?
Number 1, how in the fuck did Terrence Crawford get a fight that will pay him more money than he'd ever seen before? Right? This is what we call a co-brand. A co-brand is finding someone like Turkey Al-Sheikh and says to him, hey, I got something. Turkey sees this guy with this amazing ability and says, I've been watching him get outed by all of these different brands and companies like Top Rank. PBC played him, didn't even give him the right opportunity, right? To get on that side of the track and fight relevant fighters. But that's what happens when you see these guys who are in this position where they can fight, but they don't have a brand built.
Nope.
And I heard Shakur Stevens say that what he gave Bud Crawford, the benefit is that he had a brand of integrity. That means it's going to be a hard road and it's going to be a long road, but at the end you'll be the one that's landing. That's what you call playing chess in a game of checkers. So you reflect to what's happening in front of you guys
right now.
When you see a co-brand, those two come together. Netflix said, let's get in bed with these guys.
He did.
Boom. And that's the impact of a great collaboration. That's why when you're building, you're trying to do something, like all of you got probably a few hundred, maybe a few thousand followers. But when you're trying to do something relevant and impactful, you got to merge with people. That's what you see large companies doing.
That's
right?
That's why they tag influencers.
Period, point blank. Or it'll be a takeover. Like when Facebook took Instagram, they decided to just become a conglomerate and just take over. Period. And that is what we call a hostile takeover. Anybody that gets big enough, Facebook will buy you out. And so they are not just one engine, they're a multitude. They're a Swiss Army knife. So get big. Now, the next thing is, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And so what I wanted to be clear about is don't get caught up in your own individualism, because I'm going to close this out with personal brand. And that's one that most people are really familiar with, but you still don't quite understand when it comes down to creating and crafting it out.
Brand creation. Brand
creation is a big thing. So we look at the co-brand, and then you go into brand creation. Brand creation is starting from the ground up. And most people, when it comes down,
they totally bypass it.
Period.
And that is your foundation. It is everything from which everything else just launches from.
Who are you?
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who you are. The only thing that matters is the plan. But nobody gives a damn about you.
They don't.
They only want to know what is your brand. And when it comes down to it, your brand ain't your logo. Your brand ain't your name. It's what you stand for. It's your
promise.
Reputation. It's your promise. And that takes crafting. So if you just taking some good photos, you're on social media, showing your ass off, that's not brand.
Nope.
That's that guy. So you want to learn the true precipice of where you can expect from your brand. So now, when we talk about what is the other types of brand, when you're in the world of digital marketing,
Which is where we all live right now.
when you're somebody like a gym, like we just talked to a couple of gyms, fight gyms, right? And if you have not started watching our Boxing Gym Rescue series, get on it. Type in Boxing Gym Rescue. This is where we pull people who are having too much trouble, too much conflict going on in their gyms, or not enough people coming in.
Yep.
And so what we do is make sure that we craft and structure and get their media, their digital footprint operating, and then in-house operations that may not be aligned. So make sure if you know somebody that needs some help in that area, tag them, let us know who they are. We'll connect with them and see what they can make adjustment wise.
Yep.
Brand adjustment, another one that you'll learn. So when you talk about the digital footprint, if a gym that needs to have their internet stuff, all of your website, the automations that's going on, everything that you're doing, your Instagram, your TikTok, your social media.
No, it's all one big ecosystem is what we like to say, because your digital door to your business or to your brand isn't just a one-way door.
That's right.
Like what Coach was just saying, it is your website, it is your Instagram, it is your Facebook. If you're on TikTok, it's your TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's your message to the world and how you show up. So
When you look at Netflix, and hold on to that thought, because when you look at Netflix, you look at Apple, start paying attention to how much more involved Netflix is now that they've gotten more into sports and they've started to adopt the world of boxing. And now Paramount, pay attention to them. And if you're in the sport, this is your opportunity now to build your own platform up, learn the little nuances of doing this the right way, and then your ass could get an opportunity to get into a partnership deal. Because when you're talking about people, and we're going to get directly into the one that is landing with most people, and that's personal branding. How does a person take a little thing that they can do, whether you got beautiful teeth, you got a great smile, you have great muscles, you know how to box, you know how to cook. People take what they do and they build this thing up. And your personal brand is all of the little details about you. You know, what you do, how you do it. And I actually wrote something that I'm going to give to you guys, because this is the basis and the genesis of your reputation. A lot of people don't really understand how important it is to have a good public image when you're building your brand. But that is everything, because it's going to make people want to do anything with you. So, were you going to say something?
I was going to say, I know a lot of different kinds of people will see this video ultimately, but being in the fight game, oftentimes we have heard people that they want sponsorships or endorsements.
Yeah.
Well, those companies that you approach, the very first thing is they're going to look at your digital brand.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, what Coach was just alluding to is when you have that brand and you're dedicated and you're consistent and it's clear what you stand for and the promise, you will get that opportunity in the ring or in the octagon before someone that's even has more skilled or more experience than yourself.
Nobody give a shit about how much, your mama love you.
Yeah.
They care about what you can do for their company and how their company can improve. That's why when Jake Paul had 20 million plus followers, and when you look at guys like Kai, who can get 1 million people on a live stream at one time, bringing influence in like LeBron James, big powerful names who have already been established. And you look at the kid from the School of Hard Knocks. He's going around interviewing billionaires. He saw a hole and he took that hole. He stayed on that one thing. Millions of rejections every single week, but he continues to show up. That is what you do when you're building a personal brand. It's for coaches, athletes, entrepreneurs, people with like-minded interests, learning how to couple their skill set with visibility and consistency and continue to show up. And now it's his promise. You know, every single day a video is going to go up with some mogul who's going to give you some value. You know that LeBron James, every time the Lakers have a basketball game, he's going to be on the court. You know, when Tom Brady used to get to the Super Bowl, it's a 50-50 chance he's not only going to win, but be the MVP. You can basically count on it. That's his promise. If Jordan's going to be in a championship game, damn it, he's going to win it, no matter what it looks like. When you get to a place where you understand personal brand and your favorite athletes, the Kevin Durant's of the world, the Steph Curry's, the Ronaldo's, you know what I'm saying? We're here in Miami with Messi. Your best, the most talented, and those athletes that permeate off the screen, like David Beckham. How people love David Beckham, and companies partner with him. They co-branded with him so that they could use his influence, and that's how you build. So, but you need to really have more of an understanding of what little digital footprints go into each one of those, and there are so many different approaches to branding, and so that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, what we know to be true, we see it every single day. We've all been living with it. The new currency is attention. Attention. That's the new currency.
Yeah.
So if you can get more eyeballs on yourself and what you're doing, you're going to get the attention of somebody to potentially co-brand with you.
Easily.
And the other thing when it comes to brand, it is the easiest way for someone to trust you, because if you're out there doing business and you don't have a strong brand, no one's going to pay you unless they trust you first.
Yeah, that's why IG is like your driver's license. So if your IG profile sucks, then you can believe you won't have an easy way to get trust. Our profile has strong presence. It has credibility, which is, I live what I do. I talk about it. I live it. I'm in the brightest of bright lights, and tens of thousands of dollars of production every single month. You can't escape it if you really want your digital footprint to reflect who you actually are. We have open conversations, Q&As, and these kind of conversations build trust, and it allows people into your real life. I take you to some of the coolest spots that there is. We just went through the Kaseya Center with the Jake Paul and Tank fight. Introduce you guys to just an entirely different new back behind the scenes kind of vibe. But at the same time, I share conversations that are intimate as far as personal. And so that's why you call it a personal brand, because you just don't buy what I sell. You buy into me because you can see a part of who you are through me. So I'm living that out. And that's what you get to do with personal brand.
And that's why people feel comfortable DMing us.
Period.
Yep.
Point blank. So, and just so you know, I did 6,000 the week before last. I sat there and I responded to 6,000 people, right? Physically, it wasn't AI. Now I have a bot that actually does that too, and it backs me up. But I physically did it. I did it with a young up-and-coming champion this morning. And he said, I watched one of your videos and it reminded me that it was something that I was dealing with. And it's a top guy. He's a top guy. And the thing about it is, if you don't say anything, nobody will know anything. And if you're having an issue starting, just remember who you are and why you came here. Because the phrase I always use is, who are you?
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who you are. The only thing that matters is your brand. So get up on that. What were you going to say?
No, that's it. It's really a simple question.
Yeah.
And it's worth thinking about. And it's worth showing up for and getting the package made around it.
No. Say what it is. When I say, who are you? Respond back to me. And that's when you know what you're here to do and who you are. Because you can't get anything started if you can't answer that question without stuttering and stopping and thinking, That's the reason, and that's the thing holding you back from beginning. So if you're ready to get yourself started, you got to be able to answer that question. And then when you know what that is, do me a favor and tag us. Let me see if you know yourself. All right. That's all we got, man. We just wanted to get you guys up to date on branding and how some of your favorite athletes and powerful influencers are taking the bull by the horns and just catapulting their brands. Now that you know a little bit more, the conversations will not stop. Continue to watch us on Thursdays where we talk business. This is how we get it popping. My name is Eric.
And I'm Stacy.
And we get it popping. So be blessed at Godspeed. And I'll see you in the winner's circle in the next episode of What's Your Brand. Who are you?
Who are you?